Hello, and welcome to a story I created. A story that is old as time. I hope you enjoy this story. Cart was a young boy who lived in the castle that was at the center of the town in a large kingdom. There were two main roads in and out of town. One road led north to south, and the other raced east to west. Both roads seemed to go to infinity and beyond, in both directions. Cart was the prince of this kingdom, and he lived life happily playing inside of Castle Shun. The castle was named after the king, who was also Cart's dad. One sunny day in July, the king wanted to speak to his son, the prince. He yelled, "Prince, come to the great hall." Out of nowhere jumped Carlton. It is not unusual to be loved by anyone. Ba-da-da-da. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. Oh, I wanna die. The king screamed, "Enough! Leave this castle now." The king collected himself and shouted to his son, "Cart, get in here, please." The son, wanting to keep his dad happy, ran down the stairs and into the great hall. Cart, rushing into the hall, exclaimed, "Yes, Dad?" The king paused, and then in a loud voice he said, "Cart, Edward, you are my son, the prince, and I need your help. I have an adventure for you to go on, and there will be obstacles that you must face, but I know you can do it. I believe in you, son, and now I need you to be the hero this kingdom deserves. You must complete these three tasks and return the items to me." Cart was excited and scared. This was his first adventure and wanted to live up to his name, Cartesian. You see, the people of this kingdom often said to Cart that he had an easy life and that he was plain and two-dimensional. He wanted to prove he was infinite in heart and strength. Cart thanked his dad for this chance, and he rushed out of the great hall and out of the castle to the horses' stalls. He was gripping the note with instructions as he ran to the horses' stall. Cart knew he needed his best stallion for this journey, and there he was. Duke was a grand horse who stood 16 hands tall and was jet black. Some would say that Duke was a hazard. Yee-haw! Mean and stubborn. But I know he was just a good old boy at heart. I whistled to Duke, and he came bounding my direction. I whispered to Duke, "I need you, my friend. We have three tasks to fulfill, and I will need your speed and spirit to help me achieve these goals." Duke nodded his head as if he knew what I said, and that in that moment our friendship was cemented. I climbed onto Duke, and we headed to our first task. Carr opened the note that the king wrote, and it said, "Task 1. You must retrieve some dirt from under the troll's bridge." Cart heard stories about the troll. The troll was grumpy and stinky and often asked riddles. The note went on to say the bridge was 2 miles north and 3 miles east. Cart said that again, 2 miles north and 3 miles east. Cart was 5 miles from the bridge and wanted to hustle on his way, but he had to give Duke the proper directions. You see, in Kingdom Shun, the horses are taught to run to a spot by a numbering system. If you wanted a horse to run 1 mile north, you would say, "Run 01." And if you wanted the horse to run 1 mile south, you would say run 0, -1. If you wanted the horse to run 1 mile east, you would say run 10. And if you wanted the horse to run 1 mile west, you would say run -10. And if you wanted the horse to run 4 miles north and 3 miles east, you would shout 3-4. All the horses were trained by Mandy, the horse whisperer. Mandy said his family taught him how to train the horses, and they often shouted, as it should, "This is the way." Cart was worried about giving Duke the directions, for he knew if he gave the wrong order, they would end up at Puntown. Puntown. You see, the Puntown is 2 miles east and 3 miles north. No one went to Puntown, for once you were there, you never left. The mayor of Puntown would follow you around and place on your social media site nothing but bad puns. It was unbearable. We need to save Cart from this situation. Which directions should Cart give to Duke? 3-2 or 2-3? Cart paused and hoped for some guidance. Can you help our hero and whisper the answer to Duke? Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm back. You whisper 3-2, and Duke was off. Duke moved like lightning and stung like a bee down the path, and it was long before we got to the Trolls Bridge. Cart dismounted the horse and walked onto the creaky bridge. The Troll, taking a nice nap, was not happy to be disturbed. He screamed, "Who dares walk on my bridge and wake me?" Cart stands tall and says, "It is I, the Prince of Shun, and I'm here to collect some dirt from under your bridge." The 8-foot tall, lime green troll laughs loud and quickly says, "I have a riddle for you. If you answer the riddle correct, you can take some of my dirt. If you answer the riddle wrong, you must wash my feet." Now, this may not seem like a bad task, but the troll's feet were extremely stinky. Ew. Cart did not want to ever touch those green, bumpy toes, but he had a task to finish. Cart agreed to the terms of the troll and waited for the riddle. The troll paced on the bridge as he thought of a tough riddle. He looked at the dirt and said, "Do not worry, my precious, for this young prince will not solve my riddle." The troll stated, "Why was the number 6 afraid of 7?" Cart listened to the riddle and began to walk around as he said the riddle over and over. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Why was 6 afraid of 7? The time ticked by, and the troll got angry, and then angrier. Finally, the troll was done waiting and yelled, "Either answer my riddle or wash my feet." Cart stopped walking, closed his eyes, and silently prayed for help. Can you help our hero with this riddle? Please whisper the answer so he may defeat the troll. Do 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 do. That's right. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Cart said. Well, that's because 7, 8, 9. The troll was in disbelief, but he was a troll of honor. He gave Cart a bag of dirt and slowly disappeared under the bridge again. Cart had just finished his first task and was overjoyed. Thank you for listening to part 1 of this story. If you want to hear part 2 and 3, please see the instructions below. Thank you.